Hey, welcome back! Today we'll be covering the formal title of Realm of Rome. Disclaimer. Like I said in my Israel video, if you have not seen, please see it, there's a link down in the description. This is a kingdom title and not an empire one. But you can always create a custom empire if you have the option allowed whenever you start a new campaign. But with that said, let's get into the juicy part of the video. So let's start with the requirements, shall we? You have to be an adult, you have to be at peace, you have to be from any Islam religion, your level of faith must be a level 3, and your level of devotion must be a level 3. You have to be either independent or your liege must follow the Islam religion. You can't be an emperor and you can't be from the Greek culture group. You also have to control the region of Asia Minor, which I also am showing you right on screen. These are the duchies you need to form Rome, which basically you have to control the kingdoms of Anatolia and Pontus in a nutshell. Your realm capital also must be in the regions of either Asia Minor or Persia. So as you can see, since you can't be an empire tile, you can't do it per se with the Seljuks in the 1066 start date, which it would be the easiest one. But now let's talk about the effects. The effects are you gain 150 prestige, you gain the Kingdom of Rome, which replaces both the Kingdom of Pontus and Anatolia, and if you become independent, then your former liege will gain the claim on the Kingdom of Rome and 100 minus opinion for 50 years. And now, like always in my videos, I will show you a short guide forming this style realm on your game. While you could do this as just to start any vassal from the Seljuks in the 1066 start date or the Abbasids in the 867 start date, mind you, you have the requirements. That would require fighting the Byzantine armies, and which unless you have strong allies, yeah, that's going to be a pretty hard deal. So let's instead destroy the Byzantines from within. We will start in the Byzantine Empire the 867 start date, but as the Duchy of Anatolia. Well, you can pick whichever you think is the best starting duchy, but I chose it as it controls much of the kingdom of Anatolia, so at the very start you can be a king. Your primary title should be able to form or control both the titles of the kingdom of Anatolia and Pontus, as these are the lands you need to form Rome. After that, controlling all of that is basically just a waiting game until you see that either the Byzantines are fighting a rebellion or a war against someone big like Bulgaria, the Abbasids, or even in North Africa, for example, or for example even the Egyptians. You should save a lot of money to buy the mercenaries for because you're going to need a lot for your war of independence. You should also ally big people like West Francia and Bavaria, since you're still Christian. You can marry them, and they will prove very useful to the war for independence. When you think you're ready and you have enough money, mercenaries, and you think your allies is strong enough to take on the Byzantine Empire, you should create an independence faction, which, if, like I said, if you think you're ready, you should be able to win if you constantly focus on destroying the Byzantine armies and then just start capturing some land to get your independence. You should, I mean, if you are lucky, maybe other well, duchies or kings might join your independence faction, which will weaken the Byzantines in the long run. So after you have done that, you will be able to form the Sultanate of Rome. You just need to switch to the Ashari religion or any Muslim religion. I said the Ashari because it's the closest to your borders. But you might be saying, but that's not possible since you're still from the Greek culture group and you can't form Rome if you're Greek. Well, the easiest way to circumvent your way around it is just to attack someone that follow attack anyone that is from a different culture group, move your capital there and convert to a culture group, so you can attack some people from Armenia, Italy, North Africa, even Sardinia are the easiest ones, like the weaker ones. So like I said, you just need to take one county, not even the duchy, just take one county, move your capital there, take the decision to from become that culture group, and if you have all of the other requirements and also being Muslim, you will be able to have from Rome. But we just don't we don't just want a sultanate, do we? We want an empire title. So listen up. If you want to form a different Roman Empire, a different Roman Empire which follows a different religion and is from the east. So I've already covered this decision forming a new empire before, but if you haven't seen my video of Israel, I will cover it here for you to know. The requirements are as follows. You will need 1200 gold, you will need 2000 prestige, you will need 600 piety, you need to be an adult, independence, yeah, you have to be at peace, and your title rank also must be a king. Also, you either have to control 120 counties or control 3 kingdom titles and 80 counties. Your level of fame also must be at level 4. And of course, the custom kingdoms are enabled in the game rules at the start of a campaign. So if you disable them, well, you will not be able to create a custom empire. So after forming Rome, most of the time the Byzantines will start to have many rebellions and other realms will attack them. So what you need to do is attack them while our existing alliances, like I said, for example, West Francia and Bavaria, since they're gonna still be valid even though you're switched to Islam, or maybe just get new alliances, like for example the Abbasids or the Egyptians, and try to expose the Byzantines from the Anatolian region completely by using the Kingdom Casus Belli on the Kingdom of Nicaea. So if you time your invasion right, you should be able to take them from it no problem. And now, after taking Anatolia from the Byzantines, they will be significantly weaker. But as long as they own Constantinople, they will still be a force to be reckoned with. So after securing Anatolia, your target should be to get Constantinople. As if it falls, the Byzantines will just start a downward spiral, which they will not recover from. So I would advise you to try to get Constantinople while also having your alliances. That way, the Byzantines will just start to crumble. I will also advise you to revert to the Greek culture group as they make up a majority of the population in Anatolia and mainland Greece, and they are more advanced technologically wise. From there, you should be able to beat the Byzantines every time to get the countries you need to form a new empire. And by that point, you basically replace the Byzantines as the big unstoppable empire in the east, but this time as a Muslim. So probably the Pope is going to be calling a lot of fucking crusades in Egypt, for Jerusalem, or even Syria. But if you want to even go higher, you can go to war with the Pope, take Rome as we're claimed to be Rome, right? I have to say this campaign has been one of the most fun video to make apart from my own video. I really recommend you give me this a try. And well, that was everything. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe as this helps my videos reach a wider audience. This was the Factus Expert signing off.